Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
You shed a light that guides me home.
I got it.
You're my favorite.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The IGHSAU State Softball Championships are presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Hello, everybody. I'm Zerenega Stone with you. It's 5A time here on the Iowa Central Field, the final semifinal to be played in the 2021 State Championships. Let's go upstairs to Rex Baker for today's starting lineups.
The winner of this game will advance to the championship game on Friday at Cruising Field at 7:30 p.m. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the visitors from Waukee. Number 2, Bryn Herron. Number 3, Emily Kleiber. Number 5, Kiana Carnes. Number 9, Kirsten Sheeter. Number 12, Avery Lewis. Number 13, Ava Smith. Number 15, Ashley Smith. Number 16, Sierra Franklin. Number 21, Natalie Watts. And number 22, Mia Truin. The assistant coaches for the Warriors, Andy Briggs, Taylor Luther, Caitlin Williams, and Emily Jameson. Now let's meet the starters for the Warriors. Leading off, second baseman number 17, Reagan Bartholomew. Batting second, shortstop number 18, Heidi Wheeler. Batting third, the catcher number 10, Haley Boyd. Batting fourth, third baseman number 7, Sammy Belt. Batting fifth, playing center field number 4, Ella Parker. Batting sixth, the DP number 6, Ella McGee. Batting seventh, first baseman number 14, Claire Vassell. Batting eighth, the left fielder number 8, Macy Weiss. Batting ninth, right fielder number 11, Lily Scheifus. And the flex player, the pitcher, number 1, Maddie Utzman. Head coach of the Warriors, Terry Eby. And now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Number 3, Ashley Wills. Number 6, Mackenzie McElrath. Number 7, Macy Brown. Number 8, Lydia Lara. Number 13, Dallas Richardson. Number 14, Maggie Elsbecker. Number 15, Leah McCaleb. Number 16, Lucy Porter. And number 17, Reese Peterson. The assistant coaches for the Dodgers, Aaron Miller, Molly Mathis, and Tom McClyman. Now let's introduce the starters for the Dodgers. Leading off, the pitcher, number 12, Jalen Adams. Batting second, shortstop, number 9, Tori Bennett. Batting third, first baseman, number 20, Mariah Myers. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 11, Tristan Doster. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 4, Martina Lowry. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 5, Maya Davis. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 10, Chloe Wirtz. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 1, Sophia Klinger. And batting ninth, third baseman, number 2, Haley Wills. The head coach for the Dodgers is Andy Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to home plate for the introduction of this evening's umpires as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Roger Menke. At third base, Stan Schmidt. And calling balls and strikes, Greg Buster. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state semifinal softball.
Back to the field as we get set for this IGHSAU IGHSAU State Softball Championship game. Let's take a look at the roads of state of how these two teams got here before we get set. First of all, Waukee, Gary Eby, the head coach, 33-10 on the year. They defeated Cedar Rapids Kennedy in a fantastic softball game last night, 9-8 in the quarterfinals. And Lily Scheifus, a walk-off 2 RBI single to send Waukee to the game. Andy Adams is the head coach of the Fort Dodge Dodgers. They're the home team, the #1 overall seed, 36-4. They defeated Bettendorf 7-0 in the quarterfinals. Jalen Adams threw the 59th no-hitter in IGHSAU State Softball Tournament history. 58 and 59 have been thrown this year. Lisbon threw the 58th earlier in the tournament. Jalen Adams threw the 59th last night. Bettendorf was the victim of Fort Dodge in game #1. Actually, back-to-back years, Fort Dodge has beaten Bettendorf 7-0 in the quarterfinal round. There's Jalen Adams, the 59th woman to throw a no-hitter in an Iowa High School state championship game. She'll fire today once again for Fort Dodge, making start number 28. She has thrown over 140 innings, allowed just 12 hits, a under .6 ERA, 193 RBIs, 22-1 on the record is the record for Jalen Adams. And Fort Dodge. Waukee, Carrie Eby walking across the field as she's heading over to the third base side. One thing is familiar with these two teams. Both of them have played for a state championship in the past 2 years. Last year it was Fort Dodge losing to Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who this Waukee team beat in the first round. And in 2019, it was Waukee who lost to Valley. And the first pitch turns into the first out as Bartholomew will pop up for out number 1 back to Adams, and 1 pitch and 1 out here for Fort Dodge and Adams. She worked quick last night in that no-hitter, and obviously quick work of the first hitter, as Wheeler will step in and bat. Heidi Wheeler bats from the left side. She wears number 18. Only seen strikes so far out of Jalen Adams. In 19, it was a loss to West Des Moines Valley for Waukee in that title game. They lost to Centennial in the first round of last year, and now we're here in the semifinals, this Waukee team, after beating Cedar Rapids Kennedy, the defending Class 5A champion. So that's one thing is for sure in Class 5A is we will have a new champion. We will have a new champion in 5A. We will have a new champion in 4A as winner set went down. Swing and a miss, strike 3, the first strikeout of the game for Jalen Adams. And again, Adams has thrown 5 pitches and 4 of them have gone for strikes. In the third spot, stepping into bat here for the Waukee Warriors is number 10, that's Haley Boyd. Junior, 41 hits on the year for Boyd. Batting from the right side, Adams trying to go 1-2-3 here in the first. That one's a foul ball. Going to go play at the University of Iowa is Jalen Adams. But fortunate for Dodger fans, Iowa doesn't get her yet. She's going to compete for Fort Dodge in the Fort Dodge uniform one more year. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Adams is through it. She uses just 7 pitches to go 1-3, 1-2-3 through the Waukee Warrior order here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. Back for the bottom of the first after this.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
To Fort Dodge, it's the IGHSAU State Softball Championships. Central College has new tuition prices of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Fort Dodge wearing the Central colors today. White on top, red on bottom, as Jalen Adams went 1-2-3 in the first, and now she will bat for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Bats from the left side. Throws right, bats left. That's a ball. One ball and no strike. Adams' counterpart in the circle. Threw a fantastic game last night against Cedar Rapids Kennedy, though Kennedy hit the ball quite a bit. That's the Kennedy team, though. They hit the ball well. This one fouled up and out of play. And it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Walk-off winner, I was watching it. The Fort Dodge team had got done with their game, and they all watched it happen. As were the rest of us. This one sent deep to right field, and Jalen Adams hits one over the fence. See you later. After a 1-2-3 first, Jalen Adams lights it up, and she homers to right field for Fort Dodge. See you later. The Fort Dodge crowd is loud and proud here in their home park, and Jalen Adams says goodbye. Right over the Delta dental fence, you can see frustration there for the Waukee players. The right fielder not frustrated that her pitcher gave up a home run, just frustrated that she couldn't make a play. Obviously ran back as far as she could, wanted to try to make the catch, and Jalen Adams just sent it too far. That one's in there for a called strike. Tori Bennett, the batter now for the Dodgers, who lead early 1-0. Adams does it all. Does it with her arm, does it with her bat. We've seen a lot of those pitchers, and Tori Bennett tried to go back-to-back there as she sent one way foul down the third base side. Bennett and Adams, classmates. The two have been playing together for a long time. They're the leaders of this Fort Dodge team. Been playing on this Fort Dodge team since they were 8th graders, and they're going to have back-to-back hits as Bennett sends this one up the middle. And Fort Dodge has got a run in, a runner over at first, and now probably the best young player in the entire state tournament, whether you're talking Class 1A to Class 5A. There's a couple of pretty good ones, but this might be the youngest, best player you'll find in the tournament. Mariah Myers, an 8th grader, doesn't look like an 8th grader, doesn't play like an 8th grader, as the first pitch is a strike. 7 home runs on the season for Myers, 55 RBI. She's collected over 50 hits in her first season at the varsity level, and when you've got an 8th grader batting third, you know they're pretty good. I was talking with Tristan Doster, TK as they call her, who's behind the plate for Fort Dodge. Also going to be going to the University of Iowa, though Iowa will get her a little bit sooner. She's a senior. This is her final go with the Dodgers. Talking with her after the game last night, and I asked her about Mariah, and she said just straight softball IQ and size. And she kind of joked and said, I kind of wish as an 8th grader I had the size that Mariah does. as that one misses outside for a ball. TK is the all-time leader in home runs at Fort Dodge, but who knows? You never know what's going to happen over the next 4 years, but Myers obviously setting a pace to possibly break that record, and she's going to take a 5-pitch walk, the patience, and she'll head down to first base. But talking with TK, that was the biggest thing she said, was just the patience, the IQ, the softball IQ, and the size she's got as an 8th grader, just incredible. Those two, TK and Myers, will sit down and just talk about softball, and she's so in the zone, in the conversation. She's not just there listening, she's a participant in the conversation, very knowledgeable. And obviously a lot to soak in from her head coach, Andy Adams, who's a college softball vet, as TK comes up and bats now. There's TK batting. You see her on the right side. Going to go play for the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Big Ten next year. That one's in there for a called strike. She's very excited about that, too. And the other thing I said is, hey, TK, you know, you kind of came in as an 8th grader at Fort Dodge as a, you know, just like Myers. You were not expected, but you knew things were going to go well, and she sends that one deep. That is gone. Well gone. TK Doster hits her 13th home run of the season. She extends her Fort Dodge leading all-time career home run best. It's a 3-run shot, and that was a no-doubter. Doster, right on cue, crushes this one. Watch this. It's gone off the bat. And you see Coach Adams, as soon as that one was hit, Coach Adams had her hands in the air already. That one cleared the bleachers in right field as it was heading towards the parking lot. That one absolutely crushed from TK Doster, and it is all Fort Dodge. We're going to have a conversation in the circle. 4-0 Dodgers, 4 runs on 3 hits, including 2 home runs in the bottom half of inning number 1. And it is all Fort Dodge. The fans in black and red right now are excited. They're happy. They're cheering. And there is a ton of them out here. The fans in purple, not so much. You can see a lot of fans in purple off to the right hand of your screen. And there's Fort Dodge fans that have actually invaded the Waukee bench, or not the Waukee bench, but the Waukee sitting area to our right side. There's just no place to put any more Fort Dodge fans. As this will be Lowry. Martina Lowry will step up in the 5 spot. TK hits her 13th home run of the year. She extends her Fort Dodge leading mark, trying to set that record as high as possible. She is the all-time leading home run hitter at Fort Dodge, and she's hit a lot of them here at Rogers Sports Complex. This one is fouled up and out of play, and maybe more to come. I mean, she's still got at least a couple more at-bats here in this game, and then Fort Dodge will have another game, whether it's a third-place consolation game or it's a state championship game on Friday night. 1-2. Down in the dirt, Lowry chases that one. And they're going to throw down to first base to get her out. Lowry didn't run. It was a drop third strike. And the catcher will fire down to first base. Boyd, the catcher, fires it down to first base. Felt is at third base. There's a big cut to start things off for Davis. Maya Davis, swing and a miss. Felt is at third base. Wheeler is the shortstop. Barmalathew is at second base. Fossil's over at first. Here's a fire to first base. Did they get her? No. It's an infield hit for Davis. She's quick down the line. Felt not able to get over there in time. And Fort Dodge's got another runner on base. Let's take a look. Once again, just slapped it down the third base side. She's too quick and beats it out there. Good step. Chloe Wirtz will step in and bat now. An outfielder for Fort Dodge. Thought about laying down a bunt. Does not pull the trigger on it as the ball goes outside for a ball. 7-hitter in the order. 8 and 9 are left in the Fort Dodge order that have not hit so far. They scored 4 runs on 4 hits, including 2 home runs, a 3-run blast for TK Doster, a solo shot to lead the bottom of the first off for Jalen Adams, and it's 4-0 Dodgers. 2-0. That one's fouled back. Runner will have to go back to first base. Davis was on the move. She's halfway to third base before they're telling her, hey, you're going to have to go back to first base. Sorry. She was halfway to third. She was booking around the base pass. 2 balls and a strike. This one in the air towards the right side, and it's a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Waukee, though, has got some firepower. We saw it last night. They put up 9 runs in their win over Cedar Rapids Kennedy, and don't count Waukee out of this game until the final out or the final run has been scored. This one skied up in the air and will be caught by Barmalathew at second base. And actually, Barmalathew actually kind of helped Davis get back to first as she was in the base path trying to catch it. Davis was on a dead sprint to second base and then was like, oh no, the ball's being caught. She ran kind of into the side of Barmalathew, and now she's going to take off and get to second base safely. And she kind of ran into the second baseman and then said, oh, I got to go back. And she quickly got back and slid around the bag. All of the Fort Dodge runners, when they slide with a hook. They all slide with the hook. The way they're trained to slide with the hook away from a tag. 1-0. Whether they're sliding into second base, first base, third base, or sliding to home, every time we've seen a Fort Dodge batter slide so far, it has been with a hook. That one's in there for a called strike. Davis will get back to second base. She is very active over there at first. Very active on the base pass. The batter is the center fielder, Sophia Klinger. Klinger wears number 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one in the air towards left field. Left fielder and the third baseman chasing after it, and it will be caught for out number 3. So it will be Waukee who will get out of it, but not before Fort Dodge puts up a 4 spot, including 2 home runs. Coach Eby right now telling her team to take a deep breath. We will as well. We'll come back in the second on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines, the S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Back to Fort Dodge, the IGHSAU State Softball Championships are presented by our friends at the Iowa Farm Bureau. There is Jalen Adams. What a state tournament she has had so far. Absolute dominance. And now she's done it with her bat as well. First pitch is a called strike. Listen to this. Adams went 1-2-3 in the first, and she threw 8 pitches. 7 of them were strikes. There's only the second ball she's thrown in the contest as she throws one there. It'll be 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 4-0 is the score in favor of Fort Dodge, leading Waukee. We'll try to get a score update for you. She swings through that one. We'll try to get a score update from Centennial and Pleasant Valley. That game going on over on the other field, the Kruger Seeds field. The winner of that will have the winner of this in the state championship game on Friday nights. That game on Iowa Public Television, 7:30 primetime for the 5A championship on Iowa Public Television or iowapbs.org. 2-2 the score. Good partners of ours. This one's popped up in the air. That one's up and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paul Yeager, who is going to be doing a couple of the championship games. You've heard him throughout the week so far. Oof. What a nasty pitch from Jalen Adams. The Fort Dodge crowd wanted strike 3. They didn't get it. And the umpire says it was low. Doster asked the umpire where it was at. He said low. This one in the air, and it's going to be in and out of the hands at shortstop by Lowry. And I believe they will rule that one as an error. We'll see what they do. It would look like it was in the glove of Lowry and then falls out. And if that's the case, I think they're going to they're going to give her a hit. Wow, they give the hits. And Jalen Adams has just given up her first hit in the state tournament. Ground ball to the right side. It's snagged. They go to second for 1. They're going to try to go to first for 2. It's a double play. Fort Dodge turns a double play. You don't see that very often in the game of softball, but when you do it quick enough, you get it done. A double play is issued here by Fort Dodge. Let's watch this one again. You don't see it very often in softball. Right to the third baseman, Wills, to the second baseman, Lowry, to the first baseman, Myers. Bang, bang, bang. 5, 4, 3, double play. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Fort Dodge with a double play. 5-4-3 is the way you can score it at home. And the first hit that Jalen Adams has given up in the state tournament is now retired on that double play. Called strike 2. Jalen went 6, 7 complete innings. Did not have to pitch the, oh no, yeah, she would have pitched the 7th. 8 complete innings. 8 complete innings without giving up a hit here in the state tournament. No balls and 2 strikes to count here to McGee. And that one's called strike 3. Adams retires another via the strikeout. We'll head back to the dugout once again. We've played through an inning and a half. Fort Dodge leads 4-0 on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to Fort Dodge, it's the IGHSAU State Softball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, and it is the 9-hitter. Batting for Fort Dodge, Wills. Wills is the third baseman. And she is making her first plate appearance. Goes for a ball. That one's in there for a called strike. 1-1. This one's fouled back. Utzman has thrown 32 pitches. One complete inning, gave up a couple of home runs, but she has thrown some good pitches. Just TK and Jalen took good pitches and drove them. And, Coach Eby, talking with her last night after the game, that was one of the things she talked about. They committed 4 errors, Waukee did, in that game against Kennedy, and that was their biggest emphasis. And so far, defensively, when the ball has been hit where they can field it, they've been good. As that one misses for a ball so far. And for Waukee, it's one of those seasons where they're just trying to finish on a good note. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. As Utzman will find the strikeout. As most know, Waukee will split from 1 school to 2 schools next year. And so this will be the final time as one. And that's kind of been their focus throughout this year is, hey, it's the final time as one. Let's come together. Let's see how far we can get. We've won Scheifus, who hit the game-winning hit last night. She mentioned, the biggest thing was, hey, we've won basketball state titles. We've won softball state titles as one. We've won all these things. We've done so much as one. Let's close the book together as one. And she really preached, Scheifus did really preached on being together as one, staying together as one as that one misses low for a ball. 3-0 to Adams. We'll see if they issue Adams a walk, trying to pitch, not directly intentionally walking her, but going to make her chase something if she wants to swing, and they don't. It's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Jalen Adams, who will be on first base for Fort Dodge with an out. And Tori Bennett's up. She's 1 for 1. We'll have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Reese Peterson will come in over at first base. Peterson didn't get a chance to run in the first inning, as that's an IMT pinch runner. All of our pinch runners brought to you by our friends at IMT, as Jalen Adams killed a softball out into right center field. So Peterson will get a run this time as a walk is issued. Batting from the right side is Bennett. She's 1 for 1. She singled right after Adams' home run. She hit one pretty hard, too, down the left field line. Nearly went out, but went foul. No balls and a strike. Bunted down the first base line. Bennett going to try to beat it out. She will not. It's a sac bunt. And Peterson will move over to second base. Do have a score from the other 4A game in the top of the 6th inning. It's Ankeny Centennial 4, Pleasant Valley 1. If Ankeny Centennial pulls the upset, it'll be a 6 seed in the state championship game. The lowest seed that we would have. Right now, the lowest seed is Boone at the 5 seed. This one's popped up in the air into foul territory, and it's in and out of the hands of the first baseman, Fossil. So it'll be a pretty high foul ball there. No balls and a strike. Right now, Boone, as we mentioned, the highest seed. They're the 5 seed. Otherwise, we've got some 1s, we've got some 2s, we got just about everything in the state championship games tomorrow and Friday on Iowa PBS. Give you a look at those. 1A is the 1 seed Newell Fonda and the 3 seed Lisbon, the 4 seed Earlham, and the 2 seed North Lynn in the 2A championship. Number 1 and number 2 in Class 3A, they stayed to firm there, as that one misses outside for a ball to be 2 balls and a strike. 3A did. They have the 1 and the 2 seed. The 4 seed won, and the 3 seed Williamsburg also won. So there was 0 upsets in the Class 3A field this year, as that one misses for a ball. Assumption 1 beat 8, 4 beat 5, 2 beat 7, 3 beat 6, and then 1 beat 4 and 2 beat 3. It's 1 versus 2 in the championship game and 3 versus 4 in the 3rd place game. That's called strike 2. Runner's going to take off. There's a play at third, and Peterson is safe, and she asks for time. It'll be a pass ball on the catcher. Boyd. Pass ball on Boyd. And Peterson is now at third base. 2 outs here for Fort Dodge, and it's the 8th grader Myers, the batter. Here in the 3 spot. She walked on 5 pitches her last time up. She hits this one, and it's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Myers. So another run will score for Fort Dodge on a base hit. Wheeler making a diving attempt at it. Just couldn't quite catch up to it. There's Myers right there, taking off the batting gloves. Well earned. Base hit, and Fort Dodge leads 5-0 over Waukee in the bottom half of inning number 2. TK will step back in. Tristan Doster will bat from the right side. She's called for time, and she wants to tie her shoes. Coach Adams, very emotional last night after the quarterfinal win. Very, very emotional. One of the things I heard her say was she hopes that anybody with Dodger blood is either in this stadium right now or watching, maybe listening. She said this team has worked so hard, and not just for them. Yes, they've worked so hard to win themselves a state championship, meaning anybody that's on this team, that one's outside for a ball. But they've also worked this hard to bring a school a state championship, to bring a community a state championship, a community that has grown around this tournament for 51 years. 2-0, swing and a miss. For 51 years, this community has embraced this tournament here in Fort Dodge. And now Fort Dodge says it's time for us to grab gold and go back up the street home, as that one misses for a ball to be 3 balls and 1 strike. The community has given so much to this tournament. Now they're looking to finally bring home the gold. 3-2. And that's ball 4. Doster's on first. After home runs, both Adams and Doster walk. And we'll have a conversation. Etzman and Boyd will talk about this one here in the circle. TK over at first base, Myers at second base, and the batter is going to be the second baseman, Martina Lowry. Five runs in for Fort Dodge, none for Waukee thus far through 1.5. Almost through the second inning. And that one will miss outside for a ball. One of the things that Coach Eby said last night after the game was, we got down. Kennedy took the lead in the top half of the 7th inning. And Kennedy was just a couple outs away from playing in this game against Fort Dodge. As that one misses outside for a ball. But it was a walk-off by Scheifus. But it wasn't just her. It was other girls that got on, and they had to score a couple more runs than what Scheifus did. They loaded the bases, and then Scheifus brought home the winning 2 runs. 2-0. As that one misses outside for ball 3, it'll be 3 balls and no strikes. Scheifus, we haven't seen her bat yet. We will. .3-0 is the count to Lowry, the 5-hitter. And that's called strike 1. Lowry was taking all the way. 0-1 is her record so far with the bat tonight. She struck out on a drop third strike. That one's ball 4 now, and the bases are loaded. Maya Davis will step up for Fort Dodge with the bases all juiced up. Myers at third, Doster is at second, and Lowry is over at first base. Waukee also lost in the title game in 2017. They've made the state tournament 12 times, including way back in 74 was their first time making the tournament. In the fall of 74, and then 76 were in the 70s. 98, 99, and 2000. They went 3 years in a row then. And that hits her in the top of the helmet. No, they're going to say she, yes, okay. I thought so, but then the way the umpire was waving his hands, I thought maybe he was calling something else, but it is a hit batter. And Myers will score. Davis is at first now. Fort Dodge leads a 6-0. And Chloe Wirtz will step in. 6-0 Fort Dodge. Runners at first, second, and third. Chloe Wirtz, you see her stepping into the right-handed batter's box now. Centennial was leading in the top of the sixth inning 4-1. The last time we got a scored update is they're trying to 6-1 in favor of Centennial. So it looks to be possibly like the number 6 seed will face off either with Fort Dodge, the 1 seed, or the 4 seed Waukee. Ground ball. It's sharply. Is she safe? She is. Run will come home, and she's safe at home as well. And now Wirtz is off to second base. 2 more runs score for Fort Dodge because they just kept running. It's going to be an infield base hit that will score 1. Doster scores on an infield base hit by Wirtz. On the throw from second to first, Lowry is going to score. And then on the throw home, Davis moves up to third and Wirtz moves to second. It's 8-0 Fort Dodge in the bottom half of inning number 2. Coach Evie wants to talk with her team in the circle. You see them talking about it right now. They're saying, hey, guys, heads up. Good slide again coming home as the 8-hitter Klinger will come in. It's 8-0 Fort Dodge. So on the throw from second to third, or the throw from second to first, the runner decided, hey, I'm just going to try to get home. It was a close play at home, too, on a good throw from Bartholomew at second base. And it was just in time. And Fort Dodge leads 8-0. So only one of them came in via an RBI from Doster. Or excuse me, from Wirtz. Pardon me. It was Doster, the runner, that came in. This one's fouled up and out of play. Wirtz, the 7-hitter, brings 1 in, and then 1 comes in on the throw. 8 runs so far for Fort Dodge here in the second. Klinger is the batter now here in the 8th spot as Fort Dodge continues to try to add some more runs. And that one's in there for a called strike 2. And that one just lightly hit to the second baseman. It was a slow roller. And if the pitcher would have been able to get over there, a tough play for her. But if she gets over there, maybe. But by the time that ball gets to second base, it's just too much time. I mean, the runner is almost running quicker than the ball is when it's that slow. And so if it's getting all the way to second base, the runner is going to be to first. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Klinger pops this one up in the air. And it will be caught by the catcher, Boyd, as they run into each other. And Boyd hangs on to it, but that would have been dangerous. If that one gets down, Fort Dodge scores 2 more. But Boyd is able to hang on to it and get the out for Waukee. But they trail Fort Dodge 8-0. We're back for more softball right after this.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
To Fort Dodge, you see all the Dodger fans out supporting their team, lining the fences. That's just one area of fence line for Fort Dodge fans. They are everywhere. And there's a little right field line. You'll see a little purple blended in all to the black and red that's out here. A lot of Waukee fans are here. The problem is there's just so many. Half of the city of Fort Dodge is here. as it looks like it's a small Waukee crowd, but it's not. This one is hit pretty hard to right field. It's going to get down to the wall, and it's going to be a double for the first baseman, Fossell. The first Kruger Seeds extra base hit for Waukee in the game. All of our extra base hits brought to you by our friends at Kruger Seeds. It's Kruger, Kruger Seeds, the sponsor of today's extra base hits. And Fossell will send one to right field and is on to second base for Waukee. Weiss will step up in the 8th spot now, trying to move the runners around. This one's popped up foul territory, giving chases 3-4 Fort Dodge runners. Wirtz over in the left field side. Torrey Bennett at shortstop, and Wills, the third baseman, along with Adams. Some pitchers would be like, all right, you guys got it. If you guys catch it, all right, cool. But Adams was halfway to third base by the time that ball got down. There's a swing and a miss. Strike one. United Airlines flight coming in here to Fort Dodge, just over the field. Pretty cool. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Adams has another strikeout. And the runner is at second base. One out. Top of the third inning. It's all Fort Dodge right now, 8-0. But Scheifes will step in here for Waukee. Scheifes was the hero last night as she sent one out into right field for a base hit and a little bit of a scramble out there, and Kennedy couldn't get it back in. 2 runs scored. As that ball up and out of play, you'll see all the Fort Dodge fans. So much red over there. And Scheifes was the hero. She was so excited after the game. And one of the biggest things was just she had so many friends and family that were in attendance. That was the biggest thing that she was so excited for. As this one's popped up in the air and will get down in foul territory. So neither Adams or Doster were able to catch it. And then once they knew they weren't going to catch it, both of them scrambled and spread quickly to get away. As it fell down in fair territory and bounced into foul territory, they wanted to get away from it so it wouldn't be a fair ball. 0-2. This one popped up in the air, and it will be caught by the shortstop, Bennett, for out number 2. 2 outs here for Fort Dodge in the top half of inning number 3. As Bartholomew will step in. Returning to the top of the order for the first time here for Waukee, Reagan Bartholomew. 0-1. Runner at second base. Fossell. 0-1. This one hit the left side. It's going to get down for a hit. Waukee's going to try to score their first run, and they will. And now Doster will throw to second. The ball's in center field. And thankfully for Fort Dodge, Klinger will find it. But, hey, oh, look at Waukee. They're on the board. They can hit 2. They know they can hit Adams. Coach Eby told me that last night. They weren't worried. Obviously, they know Adams. They respect Adams. They know she's a good pitcher. They respect her for how good of a pitcher she is. They said, we've seen good pitchers. We've seen Fort Dodge. We know what's going to happen. 8-1 is the score now. This one hit. Left side's going to be a foul ball, and fans over there trying to snag it. Wheeler gets the RBI. Fossell scores. This one's popped up, excuse me. Bartholomew with the RBI. As she singled, Fossell scores. Reagan moved up to second base on the throw. And it's Wheeler who's batting right now. Couple of foul balls, couple of loud foul balls. It's 0-2. 2 outs here in the third inning. Waukee is on the board for the first time. And now Fort Dodge will have a conversation. First run that Fort Dodge has given up here at the 2021 State Softball Championships. Actually, it's the first run other than the regional final. Let's exclude the regional final. It's the first run that Fort Dodge has given up other than the regional final since June 23rd of this year. Yeah, I said June. That one's tag, and she is out. Bennett snags it. She reaches out and tags the runner for out number 3. We're going to take a break, but might have a chance to take a look at that one when we come back. 8-1 Fort Dodge, the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fort Dodge, Iowa, the IGHSAU State Softball Championships, and what a play there by the shortstop, Tori Bennett. We're going to get another look at it here. Ground ball to the shortstop. A diving Bennett fields it and then just tags the runner going from second to third. Coach Eby was a little frustrated, and you can see there that the runner, Barmalathou, also a little frustrated with herself, knowing that the ball's to the left side. You got to wait for the throw or wait for the ball to get through. Didn't want to run into a tag, and Waukee is out here in the third. Excuse me, the second. Bottom of the third inning, 8-1, Waukee in the lead. Wills will step up. Fans, we do want to remind you that you can get customized merchandise online at IGHSAU.org. IGHSAU.org to find your state tournament merchandise. You can customize it to what you want. You can find that again on the IGHSAU website, IGHSAU.org. It's a lot. That's why I said it a couple times for you. 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes now, as Wills will look at her second. She's 0 for 1 so far in the contest. Fort Dodge leads 8-1. And that one's whacked down the down the third base side. Coach Adams like, whoa, hello. As that one was just kind of whacked for Wills. Two balls and 2 strikes. Change up. It misses outside for a ball. Tell the speed on that one. It did freeze Wills, but she saw it going outside, so she waited on it. That one's a little bit closer to the plate. That's probably called strike 3. Good pitch. This one is ripped out into right field, but right to the defender. For the out. Good play out in right field by Scheifetz. Adams will come back in. She walked her last time up. Adams homered her first at bat, walked her last time up. And the pitch is in there for a called strike, not to the pleasure of the Fort Dodge crowd. It was home run number 5 on the season for Adams. And that's a ball now. It'll be a ball and a strike for Jalen. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. You see the nighttime sky starting to make its way over the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex. Lights are on as we go north of 8:30 p.m., close to the bottom of 9 o'clock. This one hit well, but it's going to be foul towards the other field. I feel like some more fans have made their way over. Are we final over on the Kruger Seeds field? Ground ball to the shortstop. It's scooped up and fired to first in time for the out. 6-3. Wheeler with a nice play. Stepping in is Tori Bennett, who made that nice play at shortstop. Her last time up. Now she'll get to do it with the bat with 2 outs here for Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge in danger of going 1-2-3 for the first time in this game. Scored 4 in the first, 4 in the second to lead 8-0, and then Waukee came back in the top of the first here to score 1. Make it 8-1. We knew Waukee wouldn't just lay down. We knew Waukee would fight till the end, and they're going to continue to fight. But Fort Dodge got a good start. There's that changeup again. Missed for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. And this is what Coach Eby was talking about. As that one's outside for a ball. This is what Coach Eby was talking about with the media last night, is that they weren't really worried about Fort Dodge or what they were going to do with Fort Dodge. They're not worried about Fort Dodge, but they wanted to focus on themselves. And you can tell that's what they want to do here. This one's hit pretty well to left field, but it's going to be playable for out number 3, and that will end the third. We've played 3. It's Fort Dodge 8, Waukee 1. We're back for more softball on the IGHSAU Digital Network right after this.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
Back to Fort Dodge is the IGHSAU State Softball Championships, and these two teams don't know it yet, but we do, and we can let you know that the winner of this game will get Ankeny Centennial in the state championship game, as Ankeny Centennial an 8-1 winner over Pleasant Valley, the number 2 seed, so the 6 seed beating the 2 seed, and we now have our highest seeded team as Tori Bennett makes that one look easy. Not easy. When it comes off the bat, it looks like it's going deep, and then it just slows up, but the way Tori Bennett played shortstop, that looked easy. Out number 1. Such a good athlete there at shortstop. Sometimes at times you hear about TK and all of her home runs and Jalen and the way she pitches the softballs. This one's going to drop, and Lowry will fire it over to first. Was it in time? It was not. It's going to be a single. But who you got to keep an eye on, you got to remember and figure out where she's at on the diamond. Hit away from her, pitch away from her, Tori Bennett. Another star on this team. Ella Parker will step in here in the 5 spot. Bat, she's 0 for 1. As that one's low for a ball. I got faked out again there. I'm going to give myself a head injury. Someone coming right back at us. Fort Dodge Waukee. Here in the state semifinals, changeup. As a little bit ahead of that one was Parker. As that one changed speeds there quickly. So 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Jalen Adams is asking for a new softball as that one landed out in the grass and maybe a little soggy. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The count is confirmed. Doster and Coach Adams both wanted to confirm with the umpire what the count was. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. And now the softball that Adams didn't want a moment ago is going to be given back to her as that one's fouled up and out of play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. It's Fort Dodge 8. Waukee 1. There's a strikeout for Adams. Felt is over at first base. You see her cheering with her team there after another strikeout. Ella McGee will step in and bat from the left side. Here with the Fort Dodge infield scattered around. Popped up. She tried to bunt it. She popped it up. Doster has got the out for out number 3. She thought it was only out number 2, and she was looking to throw out a runner. She's always ready. TK is, as you see her heading back to the dugout with the rest of her team. 8 runs on 6 hits for Fort Dodge. They lead after 3.5 here in Fort Dodge. The IGHSAU State Tournament brought to you by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized teaching.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family,
like home. SWIC is a place for you.
That's the state tournament. There's some fans enjoying some popcorn. It does taste good. I had some popcorn earlier this week as we saw the first pitch miss for a ball. Everybody here at the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex does a great job as that one misses low for a ball. It takes an army of grounds crew members to get these fields ready. That's why they stagger them at 30 minutes apiece, the games with the 2 fields, and not just play 2 games at 11, 2 games at 1, and so on and so forth, as Myers sends this one to shortstop, and it'll be in time for the out. Ground ball, 6-3, charge that one. But the reason why they stagger them out is because one game finishes up, and the grounds crew will go out, farm that field, and then they'll come over and get ready for the next one. They'll just go back and forth all day long. And they do some waiting. Obviously, it's not exactly as soon as they get done with one field, the next field's ready for them, of course. But they'll do other things. They take out the trash, move the trash around. They obviously have to retool as, you know, they, after so many games in one field, run out of chalk, run out of other products they use on the field. 0-1. They have to retool and get ready for the next session of farming the field. And they do literally everything. This one is ripped out into center field. It's going to be a base hit for Doster. And she's on first base. Lowry will step in now, the second baseman. She's 0 for 1. The pitch. She was going to square to bunt, pulled it back, but it's still called a strike. And, yeah, they do everything. They water the entire field. There's little watering spouts that are covered up here on the field. And I think you can see them when you're closer or on the field. It's easier to see them. This one's fouled up on a play. From here, I can't. So that's how well they do of hiding them. There's a little watering spout as there's the full weather tarp. You get a good look at the tarp there. You'll see that in MLB play, and the second baseman didn't see it, but the ball is still stuck behind the tarp down there, the first base side. She couldn't find it, but it's right behind the tarp. Another foul ball will go that way, and this one will land into the bullpen, and we can't quite catch it with our camera either, but right snuck in behind the tarp there is that other foul ball. Maybe somebody will see it when they go to get that one. 0-2. Ground ball to the shortstop, and it's bobbled by the shortstop, and it's going to be an error on Waukee. So Doster will move to second. Lowry is at first, and Fort Dodge has base runners again with just one out here in the bottom half of inning number 4, leading 8-1. Yeah, the field crew comes out. They hook up a hose and to the spout. Will spray the entire field. Every drop of the infield gets a little water in between the games. And sometimes even us here in the press section behind the field as time is called. And a softball came back in from somebody threw one in that went to pick up a foul ball, and instead of getting it back to a dugout, just decided, hey, I'm just going to throw it in the middle of the field during the play. That's okay. Bunted. Davis is going to be out at first base. So it'll be a sack bunt for Davis. Moving the runners. Doster is over at third. Now Lowry will get the second. 8-1 is the score here in favor of Fort Dodge. But, yeah, even sometimes a little water, obviously unintentional, getting here into the press area. Every square inch of this field will get a little water in between each of the games. They'll rake the entire field. They'll re-chalk the entire field. The circle, the batter's boxes, the coach's boxes, the on-deck circles. And then to top it all off, and this is the most incredible thing, to top it all off, to make sure everything is absolutely pristine and perfect, after they've watered it down and raked it, somebody will walk by and kind of rake up some of the foot marks. There's a ball over to first base. It's going to be in time for out number 3. But they just do an incredible job, get everything done. That's going to do it here for the 4th. It's Fort Dodge 8, Waukee 1. We're back for the 5th right after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Hey fans, Central College has new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens the door for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Central.edu. There's a nice little look at the Fort Dodge sky. Randy giving us all the views from atop the third base dugout. Doing a great job. Adams will take a couple of warm-up pitches. Doster was on the base pass and just got back behind the plate, so Adams will take a couple of warm-up pitches here with TK. Umpires in the pink tonight, in those pink pullovers. Pretty cool. They'll see them. You only see them here at the state tournament. There's our home plate umpire. You only see him here at the state tournament. Otherwise, it's blue, powder, and navy, I believe, are the exact, down to the definition of blues. This one is ripped out into center field Bartholomew is on her way to second base for the second time tonight, and she's in with a double. Excuse me, that's a Fossell with her second double. Her and Bartholomew both got some good height on him. Apologize about that, but same hitter. What I was talking about. Wrong person. Weiss will come up to bat, and we're going to have a runner over at second base. Runner is brought to you by our friends at IMT. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Coming in is Kiana Carnes. Will run over at second base. The batter is Weiss. Here in the 8th spot. This one in the air towards left field. Calling for it is Wirtz, and she will make the routine pop out for out number 1 in the 5th. Scheifes will come up. Scheifes 0 for 1 so far in the contest here in the 9th spot. She popped out to the shortstop her last time up. This one's popped up again, but it's going to be a foul ball. Back behind home plate. You'll see TK tracks that one down. Wills is at third base. Bennett is the shortstop. Lowry is the second baseman. Myers the first baseman. Doster behind the plate. Adams is the pitcher. Ooh, changeup. Beautiful for a called strike. Man, oh man. From left to right in the outfield, Wirtz, Klinger flanked by Davis in right field. Fort Dodge trying to make back-to-back state championship games as they played for a state title a year ago, losing to Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And they know if they get there, they'll take on Ankeny Centennial, who was winner over Pleasant Valley tonight, the number 2 overall seed. Centennial marks the highest seed now into a state title game. Boone is the 5 seed. We have, Randy, heads up. As that one's fouled over there. Camera guy just about got a softball to his head. It's a dangerous job. We talked earlier about the men and women giving you highlights on your TV cameras later tonight. They've had some dangerous balls in the media well, but when you're standing on top of a dugout, also a little dangerous, as that's in foul territory, caught by the third baseman, Wills, for out number 2. And you know a lot of balls are hit over there. If you look from this angle right here, you can see the front edge, metal part of the dugout is just littered with dents from balls that have just hammered it. And they're going to intentionally walk Bartholomew. So she'll head down to first base, the leadoff hitter, with a runner at second base in scoring position, and that'll bring Wheeler to the plate, who's 0 for 2. So Heidi Wheeler will step in with an 0-2 record to her account so far, batting tonight. The second hitter in the order. High for a ball. Fort Dodge lost in the championship game. They've been here a ton as of late. Coach Adams has them here 12 times. As this one's in the air towards center field, and it's going to be off the center fielder Klinger's glove. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. And I believe that's going to be error number 1 on Fort Dodge. I think that one, it's hard to see from here. They've got a better view in the press box, so we'll see what they rule it as. But I thought it was in and out of the glove, but it is, I believe, error. But they ruled hit. So the press box, which is going to be the official book, is going to rule that as a hit, which will be a Kruger Seeds extra base hit for Wheeler. 2 runs will score. And this one will get caught. Bennett will make the play as you see her running towards the dugout for Fort Dodge. 8-3 is the score. Fort Dodge still leads, but by 5 as we head to the bottom half of inning number 5 here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex, the home of the Iowa Girls State Softball Championships, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. All the lights are on this field, as this is the final semifinal to be played in the 2021 tournament. Ground ball to the right side and scooped up by Barmalathew for out number 1. 4-3, count that one. They did re-enter their first baseman as well. Fossell over there at first base. This is Wills, who's 0 for 2. Time is called. And the umpire will say something to her, but time is called. She's 0 for 2 here in the 9 spot. She struck out swinging, struck out looking in her first 2 plate appearances. And she'll take a first pitch for a ball. That's kind of a relief as a hitter. When you struck out a couple times, you want to try to refocus yourself. You know you're a good hitter. You can hit the softball. You know it. And you take the first pitch for a ball and you say, okay, we got a ball. We're heading the count. Let's keep battling. We're okay. It's kind of one of those inner things you're talking to yourself. Over 30 hits this season for the 9-hitter Wills. She knows that she is a good hitter. She knows she can hit. Called strike 2. The Fort Dodge fans did not agree. 2-1 is the count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So after getting ahead in the count 2-0, she falls behind 2-2. Pitch. This one is fouled up and out of play. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes with an out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Fort Dodge started the ball game off with an 8-0 lead, and since then Waukee has scored 3 unanswered to make it 8-3, a 5-run game. Waukee came from behind last night. Can they do it again here tonight to send themselves to a state championship game again? They were in a state title game in 2017, lost to Pleasant Valley 8-2. They were in a state title game in 2019. They lost to Valley. And obviously Waukee doesn't know this right now, but they can get a little revenge from last year if they do put themselves into the state title. Oh, Boyd with a good attempt, but you just not able to make the play over in the on-deck circle along the Waukee side. Ankeny Centennial beating Waukee a year ago in the state tournament in the first round. And so Waukee can look for a little revenge if they're able to come back on Fort Dodge. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Wills. Been a long at-bat here for Wills. This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat. Popped up, and a foul ball. Coach Adams yelling from the third base side. She's not going to have a voice if they advance to the state championship game. That's called strike 3. Between last night and tonight, 3 straight nights of yelling. Called strike 3 on the 9-hitter Wills, which will bring up Jalen Adams. Adams is 1 for 2 on the evening. She moonshotted one to right center field her first time up. First at bat in the bottom half of the first inning for Fort Dodge. And this one is going to be a foul ball. Was a absolute moonshot out into right center field over the bleachers. Then she was intentionally walked. Excuse me, not intentionally walked. She was pitched around, I will say. 4 softballs in a row that were not close to the zone. So not an intentional walk, but they pitched around her in the second. That one's in there for a called strike. And she grounded out her last time up. And she's 0-2 here. This one in the air towards the left side, giving chase to it, but not being able to come up to it is the left side of the infield and outfield for Waukee. Adams in the circle. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Warriors. Batting has an RBI, a home run. And again, we'll foul this one to the left side. Just spoiling some good pitches. Waiting to try to find one she can turn around on and crank. 1, 2 are the next 2. Obviously, Jalen Adams 1, followed by 2 and 3. Bennett waits on deck, hoping to get her opportunity in the 5th. Ball 1. Adams on her no-hitter last night said that's pretty cool. That was a direct quote. 1-2. This one into left field. It's going to be routine, and it will be played in left field for out number 3. That'll do it for the 5th. We have played 5 innings of softball here on the 5A semifinal. We'll play the 6th when we come back on the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Des Moines, the yeses are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Back to Fort Dodge, it's the IGHSAU State Softball Championships. And the first pitch over to the second baseman, Lowry, and over to first in time for the out. 4-3 is the put out. Lowry to Myers. The center fielder, Ella Parker, will step in now. Batting from the right side, Parker is 0 for 2 in the 5-hole against Adams. And she says, okay, I'm going to foul one off. She's hit the ball pretty hard. She struck out looking, and she's the one that hit into the Fort Dodge double play. It's so fun to say that. 0-1, line back at Adams. She tips it off her glove. Bare hand shuffle to first base for the out. Jalen Adams put on a show. Let's see that one again. Right back at Adams. She nearly snared it for the out on the line. Tips off her glove, and she just sidearm underhand shuffles it to Myers over at first in time for the out. Jalen Adams putting on a clinic. That one misses high for a ball. And just showing people that you got to do everything. She hits, she pitches, she fields. She can do it all. That one's in there for a called strike. Obviously not put. We did have apologize about that. We did have a slight technical issue, and you come back just in time for Jalen Adams to get out another strikeout. Boom! For Adams, she finds a strikeout, and we head to the bottom half of the sixth inning. 8-3 the score. Fort Dodge leads.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Tori Bennett steps in here for Fort Dodge, the IGHSAU State Softball Championships presented by our friends at the Iowa Farm Bureau. That one misses outside for a ball. The community support runs deep here in Fort Dodge when it comes to softball. We talked about it earlier. Ground ball to the shortstop. Play will be made over at first in time. What I found out earlier this week is really cool. Is there's a Fort Dodge Facebook group, Fort Dodge softball Facebook group, that has attracted over 663 members. That's a pretty big following. Old players probably, future players, fans just trying to stay up to date with Fort Dodge softball. You see fan pages for high school teams, maybe 100, couple hundred, few hundred people that are on it, but 663, a lot of people in that Facebook group wanted to keep up with the Fort Dodge softball team. This one in the air towards right field, and it's going to be snagged on a line drive. Scheifes with a nice play. As she'll dive and make the out for out number 2. Good play by Lily Scheifes out in right field. Doster will step in now and bat. And that one misses outside for a ball. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes. Doster is making plate appearance number 4. She homered to center field, a 3-run home run her first time up. Cleared the trees. On a roll. 2-0. That one's down low for a ball. She walked and then she singled. She's 2 for 2 with a walk, and now she's got a 3-0 count. Definitely somebody that's going to be, we're going to keep an eye out for, and possibly could be our Casey's General Store player of the game a little bit later on, as she is now on base for a 4th time tonight. A moonshot 3-run home run and 2 walks for TK on the night, as she'll head down to first base, and a single. That brought in another run. That one's in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. Lowry is the batter. She's the second baseman, 0 for 2. Swings and a miss. Fort Dodge got the run support early. Scored 4 runs in the first. And we've got time called as Doster will retire shoes over at the first base side. So time called there by Doster over at first. Lowry 0 for 2. She's out on a drop third strike. She walked and she reached via in the air. This one in the air towards the right side and will be caught by the first baseman, Fossell. Out number 3. We will head to the top half of inning number 7. Fort Dodge is 3 outs away from playing for a state championship. We'll find out if they can do it when we come back on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
To Fort Dodge we go. The IGHSAU State Softball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Our broadcast today is powered by MidAmerican Energy Company. Fort Dodge, the fans are on their feet and they're clapping, they're cheering because Fort Dodge is 3 outs away from playing for a state title for the second year in a row. And they will get the 6th seed Centennial if they can finish it off. Waukee will need to score 5. Waukee came from behind last night. This one's popped up, and it'll be a foul ball, though Waukee was the home team in their game last night with a 5 seed Kennedy, now the 4 seed. So they will have to score their 5 runs here. And it will start off with the 8-hitter Weiss. Change up, missed low. A ball and a strike. 8, 9, and 1 all due up here for Waukee. Ball 2. Doster behind the plates will play for the Hawkeyes next year. Adams in the circle will play for the Hawkeyes in 2 years. This one is over to Bennett. She makes the catch for out number 1. Fort Dodge now 2 outs away. See Doster right there, definitely in the front running for our Casey's General Store player of the game. This one in the air towards center field. It sends Klinger back and she makes the catch. Routine for out number 2. And we're going to give it to her. Let's take a look at TK Doster. She is our Casey's General Store player of the game. Tristan Doster has done it all tonight. 3 RBIs, a 3-run home run. There she is, the catcher for Fort Dodge. She's managed and run the game behind the plate, and she is our Casey's General Store player of the game. Change up misses for a swing and a miss. Fans, Casey's General Store is the proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, and today's player of the game, Casey's, is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our teams with local fans and making sure there is always fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for the new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for cash, Casey's Cash, field discounts, or donations to local schools. Tristan Doster is our Casey's General Store player of the game. You see her right there, ready for the 0-2 pitch. Fort Dodge, 1 strike away. And it'll miss outside for a ball. They did not get Barmalathu to chase it outside. She's 1 for 2, the leadoff hitter for the Waukee Warriors, trying to keep this alive, trying to keep the game going. 1-2. Ripped to the third base side. Bennett's got it over to first. Is it in time? No. The Fort Dodge girls have their gloves off. They started throwing their gloves. They're excited. No, that's not Bennett. Klinger is already in from center field. Klinger was in from center field. Wirtz was in from left field. Klinger's glove has already been thrown, and they were starting to celebrate in the circle. The umpire called a safe call over at first base. And it'll be a single. So Bartholomew will be over at first base with her second hit of the ball game. And now it's up to the second hitter, Wheeler. Upon further review, the call is safe. Looking at the replay. Our umpires do a fantastic job here at the state tournament. They're the best in the state. First pitch misses for a ball. And right on top of it, over at first base, making the call of safe. And that's what you like from an umpire. You're not just going to say, oh, it's a 5-run lead. I'll just call her out and get out of here. Nope. The best umpires you're going to find making the right call when it matters. And that one's in there for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count, 2 outs here on the top of the 7th inning. Adams has thrown around 70 pitches here in 6 2/3, trying to get out of it. Ground ball to the right side. It's going to be a base hit. Back-to-back base hits for Waukee, and Boyd has come to the plate. Got a little ahead of myself there. Boyd has come to the plate. 5 runs are going to need to be scored by Waukee. 2 are on base, and 1 of them's at the plate. There is 2 outs. So Boyd, the 3-hitter, would be number 4. And the on-deck hitter, Felt, would then be the tying run. This one's fouled back. Off the netting, it'll be no balls and 1 strike to count. Adams trying to close the door. We have a strike. No balls, 2 outs here in the 7th. Fort Dodge trying to play for a state title again. Waukee also trying to return to the state championship game where they have won 3 titles. They won a championship in 1999. They won a championship in 2000. Won a championship in 2015. The final year as one. Trying to go out on top. They got a lot of work to do here with a 1 ball and 2 strike count. 2 outs here in the 7th. 12 state tournament appearances. 3 titles as one. 1-2 is popped up and fouled again. They were at state 3 years in a row, 19, 20, and 21. They were at state in 98, 99, and 2000. Ground ball right back to Adams. It's bobbled, fired over to first in time for out number 3. Jalen Adams will shut the door on Waukee, and Fort Dodge is returning to the state championship game where they will attempt to find their title. The title they've been missing, the title they've been wanting. The title is 7 innings away from Fort Dodge, but they've got to go through a tough Ankeny Centennial team in order to do so. Fort Dodge 1 game away as they will play for a state championship. And with that, that sets our field of state championship games to be played on Iowa Public Television tomorrow and Friday. The first title game will hit the air and be played tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, on the Kruger Seeds Field. 7:30 will be the 2A championship. Then on Friday, it's the 3A championship at 2:30. It's the 4A championship at 5 p.m. and the 5A championship less than 48 hours from now. Fort Dodge will have a chance to play for a state title against Ankeny Centennial. Fort Dodge wins it. Final score is 8-3. I want to thank everybody that's tuned in here on the IGHSAU.org over the last 3 days of softball, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We've had every quarterfinal, every semifinal coming your way, and now Iowa Public Television will take over. Class 1A is New Olfonda versus Lisbon. Class 2A is Earlham versus North Lynn. 3A is Assumption versus Mount Vernon. 4A Boone versus Western Dubuque. And in 5A, it's Ankeny Centennial who will take on Fort Dodge for a state championship on Friday night. It's been a fun couple of days down here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to all of our great and amazing sponsors that have made this possible. You see the box score down there. Fort Dodge, 8 runs on 7 hits. Waukee, 3 runs on 9 hits and an error. And want to thank all of the production crew. That is, it takes an army to put on a show like this, and all of them have done such a great job. We appreciate each and every single one of them. For all of them, all the other broadcasters, and for everybody here in Fort Dodge, I want to thank you once again for tuning in. Fort Dodge wins 8-3. They'll play for a state title. My name is Zaron Egistol. Good night from Fort Dodge.